Good afternoon, traders. Locks here again with another tutorial. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the new type of GKD indicator called the GKD-M indicator. And this one's called Accuracy Alchemist. What a great name. So what this indicator does is it allows you to inject up to 10 GKDC indicators to compare them with each other. It will calculate the backtest results for a solo confirmation simple backtest, which is just one take profit up, one SL down. You can control, obviously, the volatility for the take profit part or the stop loss right here. You have dates that you can change around, obviously, to restrict the range of the backtest. So this will run 10 backtests basically, almost instantly. So you get the distribution of results to figure out which indicator of the GKDC indicators that you add to the test perform the best for the ticker that you're on. All right. So that's the first part of this. And that's what I would say most people would use this for. The second part of this indicator is given the back tests that it calculates on the inside, it will send a signal to a Giga Kaleidoscope backtest, a GKD ET. And let's do simple confirmation backtest and disregard the signals there because there's nothing connected to it. So these signals are not valid. But the Alchemist will send signals to the backtest for long or short. And the way those signals are calculated is at every single bar, the Alchemist will calculate the backtest results, the win rate, long and short, and it will say, okay, the win rate for Fisher Transform, let's say it was 75%, and the win rate for RSI was 50%. And if that was on this candle right here, and this candle had a long, then and a long from Fisher Transform, it would send that from the Fisher Transform. Now, let's say later on that flips and the RSI has a hit rate of 70% and Fisher Transform has a hit rate of only 40%, given the cumulative data, then if RSI has a long right here, then it will send the RSI long to the backtest. So at every single candle, it analyzes what the backtest results are, given 10 indicators, and then it sends the best signal given the top performing indicator to the backtest so that you have a learning mechanism of sorts feeding a backtest. This signal output here can be fed into a solo confirmation simple backtest, a solo confirmation complex, or a super complex backtest, a full GKD. So you could stack, 10 indicators in here. And I wouldn't do 10. I don't think the chart can handle that, but you can stack maybe 4 or 5 confirmation indicators inside of the Alchemist and then send that compound signal to the backtest to get interesting results. All right. From backtest so far, you get about a 10 to 15% increase across the board on ticker types like cryptocurrency or Forex. So it's very powerful doing this method. So with that said, let's get started and I'll show you how to smash indicators inside here. So we're going to pull up the indicator list, GKDC. We're just going to do Fisher Transform, of course. And then we'll just add some random ones here. We'll do absolute strength histogram. And then we'll do a rune. And then maybe a Vulcan. Because that's an overlay. So it's a little different. So we have 4 confirmations on the screen. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 GKDC indicators. So let's hook them up. We'll go to Fisher Transform first, right there. Activate it. You have to click the activate here. Then we'll go to absolute strength histogram right here. Did I get that right? Yep. Activate it here. Go to a rune right there. Activate it. Then go to Vulcan. Activate it. And let's see what we got. Okay, so what this is showing for Bitcoin on this current candle, so today's date, the top performing indicator, 64% hit rate on longs, is absolute strength histogram. The top shorting indicator on Bitcoin is Vulcan profit, right? Because we put that in as we put that in as number 4 right there. See? And remember, it's always input into new GKD backtest. I should change this to input into GKD-M or GKD-BT, but I will fix that in the future. It's not a big deal. All right, so you have that. Now, let's take a look at some of these pairs. I mean, let's see what the you'll see it morph depending on what we're looking at. So it's running all these backtests, right? So you see now you have Australian dollar to Canadian dollar. The best performing indicator for longs is now Vulcan, and for shorts it's a rune. And this is data since 2018, right? And let's make sure that's working. What if we just do the last 1 year of data? How does that change? That's about the same, right? Let's check Bitcoin. Bitcoin changed up. Now shorts are Fisher transform for the last year, and longs are absolute strength histogram, right? So let's just keep it on the last year of data, year and 4 months, obviously. You can kind of see going through this which ones perform the best. Nice. Nice. And then finally, let's just morph the signal into a backtest. Simple backtest, just long shorts, no fancy filtering. Solo confirmation, simple, great. And then we'll import into that the GKD-M. And I put this void here, just ignore this, it doesn't do anything. It's a placeholder for now. Otherwise, this wouldn't show this title, it would just show GKD-M accuracy alchemist. But I will be changing that in the future probably. And then we're going to ramp this up to say we're going to do 33 orders at a time, even though it's never going to hit that. But if it does, then great. And then I'm going to shut off the table inside of the GKD-M just so we can see this table and the back test. And what I'm going to do is shut off everything except for the statistics panel and then jack up the text size so we can see what's happening. All right. So had we just used, I think it was a rune or something like that before for this pair, then we had the last year of data at 80% hit rate or something like that, right? But we didn't. This is the morphed signal. It's taking signals based off of whatever is working at that current time. Okay, whatever is the best one. It's going to take all signals. So on this one right here, let's see, it either took absolute strength histogram. Well, no, that is absolute strength histogram, and then it took absolute strength histogram again, then absolute strength histogram again. 1, 2, 3 out. Great. So it's taking absolute strength histogram there, and I doubt we're going to see a change here. We'd have to go far back into the past to see it change up. But that's what it's doing on the longs right now, right? But clearly, it took something else in the past because the hit rate was higher before. But we'd have to go through and search out what that is. But anyways, that's how it works. We can go through and buzz through some of these real quick. That's terrible. That's pretty good. Maybe it was this one. I can't remember, but that's great. But these are morphed signals, of course. So it just looks like Euro was doing worse than it was before. But if you go through all of these, kind of check them out. That's terrible. So this is probably not a great setup on this one. But if we go and we can check shorts if you want to, and it'll do the same morphing technology in the GKD accuracy alchemist. Now it's shorting. Cool. And you'll have to figure out how to make this signal morphing worthwhile. Um, Euro did very well there. It's extremely worthwhile when you start morphing um, with the solo confirmation complex backtest, where you have baseline filtering and volatility filtering. Then you'll start to get some pretty nice results. But on the solo confirmation simple, the results are just whatever right now, even though they're potentially better than some of the indicators alone. Even though, as we saw from the back tests inside of the GKD-M indicator, we'll go back to that and shut off the back test here, nuke that, and go back to this. Say 86, 87% hit rate over. Oh, you know what I didn't do that we should do? Redo this. And what we're going to do instead is I forgot to restrict the dates. That's why. Let's restrict the dates and test it out again. So we had the dates restricted before to the last year. So let's do that same type of action here. Then let's re-import it. And then let's check out what's going on. And then let's turn off the this one, and then let's go back into our table here. And I'm going to end this in about 2 minutes, so the video is not too long. But give it a second here, and we'll buzz through some of these and see what we find. All right. So I'll go through them again. Not good. In fact, I forgot to turn on to take all trades. Just type in 33 there. Go back through it. Terrible. Decent. Nice. Cool. Not good. Gold takes a minute to load, obviously. Let's see. Cool. Terrible. Nice. Let's go back through. We'll do shorts real quick. So the magical morphing signal, right? So again, play around with this. Did this actually, was this doing that well? I think it did 80% on the longs. No, just 65. And that's a ton of signals, but it's coming from absolute strength histogram, of course. So you want to filter those out using solo confirmation complex or something else. But anyways, there you go. You have this new indicator, GKD-M Accuracy Alchemist. Toy around with it. I will be upgrading some of the features in the Accuracy Alchemist in the future to show counts of how many trades happened on each indicator, wins, losses, shorts, longs, etc. So you get a better picture of what's going on. And this will help you be more productive in creating your Giga Kaleidoscope modularized trading system. That's it, folks. Have a good day. I will talk to you again later.